Next on Level Up with Jay Miles. A lot of toxicity comes from not forgiving. It's a lot of junk that we're carrying just from the root of unforgiveness. Welcome everyone, it's your boy Jay Miles with Uppa Level, bringing you Level Up. I'm so excited today. We have an awesome topic. I'm loving my crew today, the audience. We are going to have so much fun with this. But first, we about to get kinged up and queened up so we can what?
Level up!
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
If you want your mind to be free,
Level up, y'all.
to see the kingdom with me.
Where's it at?
It's inside of you, it's inside of me.
That's right.
So let go and let God be free. If you want to be free,
Be free.
then today's your opportunity to go up a level with me.
Come on, y'all.
My kings and queens.
Upper level. Come seek the kingdom and worship him on it.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. It's your boy Jay Miles with Upper Level, bringing you Level Up. Man, are y'all excited to be here today?
I'm very excited, very excited.
That's what I'm talking. You know what? Just for you, we're gonna do our what? Temperature check. You know what? I have a good young man that I just met today. His name is Isaiah. Isaiah, go ahead and give us your temperature check today, man.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Isaiah Gomez. My temperature check, mentally and physically, I say is about like 70.
Okay.
About a 70.
All right.
Physically is because, all right, in high school, I come from a small school, so I was playing every sport, doing everything. You know, I felt like good with my body. But now that I got college, I'm trying to pursue acting, and I got work to do on top of that. When I come home, I feel like exhausted a little bit.
Okay.
But like I'm still upbeat in my head. So mentally it's a 72 because I just have a lot of things in my head that I want to do and everything that I've planned.
Yeah.
But I also try to keep myself up. That's why I feel like I'm at a 70. I'm not letting myself drop below a 50 because like I'm just a happy and vibrant person. I love life, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
appreciate like the small things. I try to make other people's lives feel better. So I'm pretty good at 70 right now.
Hey, man, I'm loving this spirit. I love your spirit, Isaiah. That's what's up, man. I like that.
Thank you.
Who wants to go next? Joy, come on.
My name's Joy, and I would say for mentally, I would say I'm also at a 70.
Okay.
It's a lot going on, but I'm still managing. I would say physically, I'm at like a 80. I'm not where I want to be, but I feel like I'm good where I'm at.
If you don't mind, why are you at a 70 mentally?
I feel like it's a lot with school.
Okay.
I'm just stressing myself out a lot, but I feel like after a while, I'm gonna get the hang of it, and it's gonna all come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hannah, you know what? Where you at temperature check? I want to check on my daughter real quick. Where we at temperature check?
Mentally, I'm at like a 90. I'm pretty good.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Physically, I'm at like a 80. Like 80.
We'll take it. But you know what? You've been in the gym though.
Yeah, that's
So-
why. So I'm just like, my body's a little sore. But if I wasn't sore, I'd be at 100.
I got you. You know what's crazy is that I know it's the second latter part of the year for school, right? So we're coming down to the trenches, Isaiah, to where it's that last quarter, right? So it's like everything is piling up. The work is getting a little harder. Teachers are getting a little bit more demanding of wanting things probably a lot more than what they was. So, hey, I get it, man. Yeah. I get it. But the good thing is it's almost over.
Almost over. Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
Yeah, for sure. Man, we have a great topic for y'all today, and guess what it is? Unforgiveness, Jakari, doesn't belong to you. Let me say that one more time over here. Unforgiveness, Bree, doesn't belong to you, right? Marcus, real quick, I want you to pull up Luke 6:35 real quick for me. I want to read that, and we're going to build off of that verse today. Is that all right? Pull that up for me real quick. Pull that up real quick. This is what it says. But love ye your enemies and do good, and lend, hoping for nothing again, and your reward shall be great, and ye shall be the children of the highest, for he is kind unto the thankful and to the evil. But ye therefore merciful as your Father also is merciful. Judge not, and ye shall not be judged. Condemn not, and ye shall not be condemned. And this is where I want to go. Forgive, and ye shall be forgiven. Let me ask y'all, before we even go there, who wants to tell me what true forgiveness means to you? Anybody? Come on, Isaiah.
Okay. True forgiveness, I believe, is like when you know in your heart. You don't even have to say it to them vocally, but if you know in your heart that you can just let go whatever they did to you and you just love them for the rest of your life, I see that as forgiveness.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be associated with them, but if you just forgive them for what they did and just let it go, then you can go on with your life. It's no use of like holding on to whatever they did, because life gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Like, time gonna keep ticking.
Yes. Man, that's so good. Isaiah, how old are you, man?
I'm 18.
Wow. Okay. All right. We getting somewhere. Who else? That was good.
Thank you.
Come on, Han.
Forgiveness to me means when you forgive somebody, you don't keep bringing it up. Like, if they do something wrong again, you don't bring up what they did in the past, and you keep, like, just rubbing it in their face what they did. If you forgive them, you truly let go to, like, you accept it. And I guess, like, you accept their flaws too, and you don't have to, like, if it's something that's just kind of, like, unforgivable, you don't have to sit there and necessarily take it. But at the same time, you can just forgive them and just heal yourself and kind of, grow.
Wow. Oh, that's so good. This is good. Go ahead, Ms. Bree. I know you. Go ahead, Ms. Bree.
I agree with both of you guys, and I also think forgiveness is also being reminded of and accepting people's humanness and accepting that they're human and that you also make mistakes. And I think the biggest part of forgiveness is no longer, I don't know what to say, like no longer holding that person in bondage. Like you let them go, you release them.
Yes.
Like I can't put this pressure on you anymore to maybe live up to my standard.
Yes.
And you just let them go, just as God, in the many times that you've messed up, he's released you from it. And he's gonna let you try again. So I believe that's true forgiveness, when you accept that people are human.
Wow. Anybody else? This is so good, man. That's good. Who else got something? Jakar, yes, sir.
I got a story to tell.
Come on. Oh, tell us. Come on, man. Let's go.
It's about me, and I had my really close cousin. He's not here anymore. He's deceased. God rest his soul. But I had a friend, and me and my friend was real tight. We was real close or whatever. But they disliked each other because they was from different neighborhoods. So my cousin came home from jail or whatever, and he came to me like, he said, come pull up on me, I'm home. So I came to pull up on him or whatever. We was chatting it up, and he was like, Jakari, like, your friends that you hang out with, like, they're trying to kill me, like, So we joking about it, like, but it wasn't like as if we was joking about, him dying or anything like that, I'm like, what you talk about, man? Because he always joking, laughing and stuff. So we was laughing together or whatever. Make a long story short, my closest friend, one of my closest friends that I used to, hang out with, he killed my cousin. He killed him. I didn't know how to take that because I was stuck in a hard place. Like, my family was looking at me like, you hang with these people, so like, they like, where they at, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, hold on, this is my friend. Like, I grew up with him or whatever. But deep down in my heart, I wanted to, hate him for it. Like, I wanted to hate him so bad for it. I wanted to hate him so bad. And he thought I hated him. But I just prayed on it. I was like, God, like, what to do? I really turned to God, and I was like asking him, what do you want me to do? And God was telling me the whole time, forgive him, forgive him, forgive him. Make a long story short, he ended up passing away a year later. So I didn't have a conversation with him.
Wow,
but
man.
He came to me in my dream. And when he came to me in my dream, I was shocked because I never dreamed about nobody being deceased other than my father. So when he came to me in my dream and I seen him, I was happy. And I was telling him in the dream, I'm not mad at you. And he was like, I love you. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, man, don't give me that. Are you okay? And I was like, yeah. And then when I woke up in tears because it was just like, it was like a relief. I felt a relief in my body. I felt a relief in my soul. I knew that I didn't have to hold that weight on to me anymore, And I was thinking on my cousin's behalf too, like, are you mad at me as well? I ended up having a dream about him. And he told me in a dream that he loved me. And I was ecstatic, like, you know, that I dreamed about two of the people that I really cared about mostly, you know, not saying I cared about them mostly in this world than anyone else, but these are the two people that I really was close to. I had strong bonds with, like, we grew up together, like, from, you know, jits. And it put me in a hard place to the point where it's like I did want to hate my friend for it, but I just forgave him because I knew he didn't mean him no harm. He was protecting himself, so.
Wow, man, that's powerful. That is real powerful. Who else? Anybody else, real quick, before I go? Joy, come on, come on. This is good.
I feel like forgiveness for me is, I would say that it doesn't only come from pain. I would say forgiveness also comes from like people with like really large egos. And it's not, I feel like it's not necessarily a thing on their part or a fault on their part. I feel like it's just some people are not as close with God as we are, and we have to understand that. We can't be upset with them because, you know, we do things as well.
Yeah.
We can't be upset with them for not being able to forgive us right away. We have to be able to understand that, okay, yeah, you're hurting, or yeah, you know, you don't really want to forgive me, but that's okay. The most we can do is really pray for them. Maybe even try to have a conversation, try to help them like understand like God would not want this.
Yeah.
He will want us to get along, want you to forgive. And I'm not saying that you have to forgive me, but I'm saying that it's what God will want us to do.
Yeah.
I feel like it's also a situation where we're also all human.
Yeah.
And it happens. But if you're not that close to God, you're not going to understand.
Yeah.
And it's really not going to hit you the way that it would hit me. Like, I can't live like this. I need to forgive that person. Some people are like, I just don't like them, you know, that's it. But it's like, for me, it would hit me a lot different because I'm like, I can't go forever saying that I don't forgive them. Like, I cannot do that.
Yeah.
My best interest would be to go and have a conversation with them, talk, let them know that I'm not upset, because it would be better on my conscience, and I feel like it would be better for me moving on rather than, like he said, to hold on to it.
That is so good. There's so many, man, everybody has like killed it on all, you know, just the answers of what's been given. Somebody had even said to the point to where when you forgive them, you don't bring it back up. I want to say it was you, Hannah, that said that when I release this thing, I'm not going to allow that person to understand or know what they did, because it also says in the word that the Lord forgives us and he casts it in the sea of forgetfulness, right? So that means that he's not going to bring it back anymore, and he wants us to do the same thing. Let me tell y'all something. The reason why unforgiveness doesn't belong to us is because it creates so many things, even dealing with our mental health, right? And a lot of times we don't even realize that, Jakari, why we having all this stress and all these headaches and things that are just really weighing us down. And I like what somebody else was saying, that unforgiveness even weighs us down, and we don't even know why we're still carrying this heavy load and don't even know where it comes from. It's because we're still carrying unforgiveness that doesn't belong to us. Is that making sense? And I'm hoping and praying that this is actually blessing somebody, because we're in the first part of the year, and I feel like the Lord was really pressing on me to do this episode because we have the next 10 more months to go, and yet we have to get this release for God to really open that door that he wants to release. Is that making sense? And I feel like until we release people that we have not forgiven from us, we're going to continue to keep repeating same cycles that we shouldn't keep having to go through, right? Sometimes we ask ourselves, man, why do I keep attracted to the same people in my life? It's because you still haven't forgiven the one that God told you to forgive, and he's giving you another chance to now forgive the next person that's coming. Is that making sense? Because it's like, I like what Jakari said, even with his dream, the fact that, or before his dream, he said he had to release and forgive that person. And he said, because here's the thing, we don't know when our next breath is gonna be, y'all. But yet we hold on to things that we don't even realize is not ours, and it was not by design for us to carry that, right? And I brought up that scripture in Matthew because to love your enemies, that's the hardest thing to do, y'all. Can we just keep it real? Especially when you know they doing you bad. Especially when you know they talking about you, they're planning things against you, they plotting against you, and yet God still says, love them. Can I tell y'all why? Because that's where the most power comes from. Ooh, is loving your enemies even when they have done you the worst. I mean, I'll be honest with y'all. That's why this is called Level Up, because God wants to level us up on each and every level of our lives, because we can't go higher if we're still carrying unforgiveness, man. And I feel like hopefully this is helping us to understand that, you know what? We can't stay in the same mindset of thinking that we're holding on to this unforgiveness and thinking that, okay, if I'm holding on to this, it is what it is, because as long as they know how I feel, I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Because what we do is we'll hold on to stuff thinking that it's benefiting us, but it's not benefiting you. It's holding you down, matter of fact. Let me ask y'all a question. Have you ever experienced not forgiving somebody and they did you bad to where you kind of stay up at night tossing and turning because you know good and well it hurts you so much, but yet, this might be for my people out here, that this thing has really caused you so much pain and so much damage that you're up at night because you feel like they damaged you so bad that it's hard to let it go? Ooh, I don't know if you've ever been there to where it's like, man, this person has caused you so much pain and you was just trying to love on them, you was just trying to do them right, but yet they found a way to hurt you. But I believe God is saying right now, release them and let it go. Because they're not worth, watch this, they're not worth you blocking your blessings. Sure. Is that all right, Jakar? Because here's the thing. When I release it, I'm now releasing the newness that God has for me, because what he's saying is, you have passed that test, now I can level you up to trust you with something else that you can manage. Is that all right? Because we keep praying to God and asking God for things, but God is saying, can I trust you to manage when somebody does you wrong? Can I trust you when things are not going your way? Can I trust you to know that you ain't gonna curse that person out just because they're cursing you out? It's easy for us to, and we talked about this in the last episode about how our emotions get the best of us, right? But yet God is saying, I'm teaching you through the emotions of how to have self-temperament, how to have that love that still goes beyond what you could even imagine. Let me tell y'all something. The only reason why we're here is because of love. It's not because you've done something so great. It's only because of God's love. Anybody else got anything real quick? Come on, Isaiah.
Yeah, what you just said, we're here because of love. Like, we all, like, every morning, I really appreciate the fact that I'm waking up.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a small thing, but I'm like, dang, like, I get to go on another day.
Yeah.
Like, I really, really appreciate that. And, like, we all here for a reason. Like, it ain't no, this ain't no like coincidence. Like it was meant to happen. Like this was destiny right here.
Yes.
And I appreciate like just being here with all of you. Like it's cool. Like I'm doing this on a Sunday. I'm here. It's like it's all right, man. I live in the country. I got to travel over here. You know what I mean? So it's real dope. And yeah, I like the thing with making your enemy like your best friend type deal, you know what I mean? Like it was real hard for me at a point because I felt like everybody was against me at one point, you know?
Yeah.
But I just let it go because there ain't nothing like there's no point to hold on to it for real. Like there's 8.1 billion people in the world. Like I don't care about these like 3. You know what I mean? That's real though. Like I gotta think like that. Cause the moment I realized that, I was like, man, it ain't no big. Like, just keep going. Like, I'm gonna just keep going, do me, and I hope they do their best. You know.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I know, Jakar, you had something too. Yeah.
I really like when you say the part about blocking your blessings because people do not realize when you carry so much hate in your energy, it can really block your blessings for you, yourself. Not even just for the next money move or anything like that, but you can block your own blessings for your self-knowledge as well, you know, because nobody wants to sit in the same mindset, you know, that's miserable. You know, everybody will always want to level up in the mindset, you know, just like they want to level up in their life. So if you just carrying that much hate and negativity, then you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to sit in that one same spot and be miserable and not know where to go, you know? And the devil attacks you most through your emotions. And I learned that. He attacks you most through your emotions when you're like downing yourself or when you're downing someone else or when you're saying, oh, I don't like this person. One little word from the power of the tongue can cost you your whole destiny.
I want to pause right there is because you said the key thing. The enemy can only take our words to use our words against us. Why? Because it says in Proverbs that life and death is in the power of the tongue, right? And so we don't realize that our words are creating all the things around us that we don't even realize that's being created. You see what I'm saying? And man, I just really feel like there is a release that's happening right now. That somebody that's even listening to this right now, I believe you're releasing all the toxics that have been in your life of the negativity, right? So let me tell you something, and I'm almost finished. A lot of toxicity comes from not forgiving. It's a lot of junk that we're carrying just from the root of unforgiveness. And I believe that if we can just really start self-cleaning ourselves first, that's why we do our mental check, that's why we do our physical check. Let me tell you something. The body follows the mind, right? So I can't go to work out unless my mind is telling my body it's time for us to go work out, right? So that means that my mind has to now tell the body, let's get up and let's go do this thing. So your mind has to first also, your spirit, man, the Holy Spirit has to now tell your mind, we got to let this thing go. Because if we keep this thing, I don't want to die with this thing. Ain't that something? Don't die with what God has wanting to bless you with the dreams that he has placed in you from not being able to forgive. Unforgiveness doesn't belong to you. So I pray today that you will truly let go and allow God to let forgiveness be in your heart so you can go to the next level to level up. But be the change because you are the change for such a time as this. Until next time, what we gonna do?
Level up!
If you want your mind to be free,
Level up, y'all.
to see the kingdom with me.
Where's it
It's
at?
inside of you, it's inside of me.
That's right.
So let go and let
My name is Layla. This is my first time on a podcast, I will say, so our previous podcast was talking about unforgiveness. And honestly, I will say I related to it a lot. Hopefully next time I can speak more on it. It definitely related to me and what I'm going on through, like personally. Definitely made me tear up a little bit. Definitely powerful, definitely needed. And yeah, it was really good, really good. Can't wait to come back.